It's Yvonne here to do the readings for the earth signs, and this will be for the lovely sign of Taurus. Taurus, thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. If you haven't subscribed yet, I'd love to have you on board. While you're pressing the subscription button, please make sure you press the bell so you are reminded when I go live, post new content, but also when I'm going live. And I do go live every Wednesday, 12 o'clock Australian Eastern Daylight Time. Firstly, if the reading doesn't resonate with you, make sure you check out other aspects of your natal chart. I'm always big on this because I feel like sometimes people get very stuck on their, this is coming through a lot today, so I feel like a lot of people starting to see something's been shown to people. Yeah, a lot of people look at their stars and they go, I'm a Capricorn, so therefore I just watch Capricorn. But you really need to watch your moon sign as well. It's very important, as are a lot of other aspects of your chart. In fact, many of us have most planets in our chart when we're born, so you could watch pretty much any reading and get something from it. It's about discernment. It's about you understanding that, if it feels good and it feels like you're reading, it doesn't matter what sign it's being posted under. That's why the pick a card readings work so well. Why people relate to the pick a card readings so much. It's not so much the aspect of your energy, it's more what's going on in the heavens. The Hermit card is here. So you could be dealing with a Virgo, but it also could mean, because I saw the Sun and the Hanged Man, you may be really sort of trying to go inside here. They're all major arcanas. And you may be trying to discover something, but I feel like it's more about yourself than what's going on around you. All right, we're going to use the Arcanum Tarot for your reading today. Yeah. Okay. So what I'm getting strongly here, Taurus, is that you have come to the point in your life where you are starting to really know what you want in the future. Now, this may mean that you're going back over the things that have happened in the past to maybe get a bit more understanding of why they went the way they did, or it's like you're with that Hermit card sort of doing a life review now. So you want to move forward, but you want to make sure somehow or another you understand what happened in the past. Now, the Page of Swords for me can talk about research. So maybe it's sort of, you could be dating online, you could be looking for a particular person online and trying to open yourself up to dating. But when I see the Page of Swords, I always feel like it's the energy of research. It's the energy of looking at things to try and understand yourself better. So maybe you're researching, a good reader, for example, a good card reader, somebody who can give you some insight on what's going on in your future. But it also could be that you feel that you need to talk through something or talk through your past. Maybe you're starting to understand there are things from your past that have been holding you back, and maybe it's time now to deal with those. Okay, so we have Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy coming through here. So you may have had some sort of connection to somebody in the past who you felt loved you. And you may have felt a great deal of love back for them, but somehow here it looks as though you moved on without them. And I feel like you're trying to understand what happened between the two of you here, because you're doing a life review. Okay, could be dealing with a Pisces energy here. And we have Scorpio energy with the Tower, Four of Swords coming through with the Seven of Pentacles. You're trying to manifest somebody back in here. I feel that you're doing the work that you need to, so you might be looking back at the past and trying to understand what went wrong, or more so trying to understand your part in the situation. So it may be you're starting to look at, I always think when we break up from a relationship, the first thing we do is we blame ourselves. So we go in and we think, oh, if we'd only done it this way, if we'd only done it that way. And then very often we sort of come to terms with that, and then we start to see the blame on the other person. It's when you get to the point of understanding that you both had some contribution, then you can start to release and forgive. And I feel that's where you're at. It's like you're understanding your part in the situation. You're understanding what happened with the person you were with. But now you're feeling like you want to release. And because of that, I feel like you are now starting to manifest this person back in again. So that's the healing. That's the healing you need to do after a relationship. If you don't heal that, then you will just pull somebody in who's going to be very difficult for you again. Okay, let's get into your story. There's a victory card straight up. How very beautiful. So I feel like you're understanding that you had a part in this relationship. I feel like you're understanding the other person had a part as well. There's no longer blame. There's no longer, you're taking responsibility here. You're taking responsibility for your part, but you're sort of understanding here that both of you had something, contributing something to this situation. And this is beautiful, because what you're doing here is you're now bringing yourself into a higher vibration by understanding that it was just an experience, there were lessons to be learned, and you have, I feel like, started to integrate those lessons. So you've started to understand the sort of things you need to look at about yourself, regardless of the relationship, but maybe things about yourself that may have influenced you in this relationship. I'm strongly feeling those energies of rejection, abandonment, inner child wounding, those sort of things that have come to the surface for you through this situation that you are now working on within yourself. I love that you got the victory card here though. And there it is. Now, I know this card represents a brand new start in love. I know it talks about love, but for me, this is about you loving yourself here. It's about you understanding the level of love for yourself. And once you get to this point, that makes a whole lot of difference then, because you're in a high vibration. So this is where you need to be, in this energy of self-love, to bring in new love. And don't fool yourself. You know, some people will say to me, I do love myself, but I can hear in their language that perhaps they need to dig a little deeper. So it's not just about, you know, treating yourself well and taking yourself out for a manicure and a haircut. This is about understanding your depth of love for yourself, respecting yourself, understanding what you deserve here. All right, Ace of Wands next to it. This has been Ace Day here. All I've done is drawn aces today. It's like you are understanding and respecting yourself here and knowing what you don't want in your life. So it's like you've gone through this before and you are understanding the greatest gift of all here. It's like you're seeing it for the first time, but you're seeing it differently now. You're feeling such a depth of love because you feel that love for self. You know what you won't accept. Oh my goodness, have a look at this reading. Two of Cups coming through. Three of Pentacles. You've got a soul contract with somebody here. And I feel like here, look, this is self-work. Working on the shadow. Working on your inner demons, the beasts that hold you back. This is childhood wounds, abandonment, rejection. And you've understood that you need to work on these things to bring someone back in. You're understanding that you need to raise your level of awareness. But I tell you now, so is your person. They are doing exactly the same. You are mirroring each other here. You understand that you have a soul contract. You understand that this relationship was meant to be. That there is something far greater than you working on this. And you understand the soul connection here. You see something with this person that you've not seen before. Now I want to do something different. I'm going to read the mini story before I put the rest of the cards out. I feel like now you're focused on, what do I want in my future? I'm no longer willing here to accept half offers. I want the whole kit and caboodle. I want everything here. I feel like you may have been doing some research. You may have been keeping a check on a water sign here too. So it could be a water sign that you're dealing with. But I feel like this water sign is ready to offer their cup as well. To me, they're coming up as the king. They might have been the page before, but now they're ready. They weren't ready before. This person is definitely going through changes here, the same as you. They're understanding meditation, taking time out. They're understanding that this work is helping them to manifest this offer that's coming towards you here. I'm just going to do things a little bit differently because Spirit is encouraging me to do that. The Queen of Cups is coming up here. So I've just shown you the King and now we have the Queen. So I feel like both of you are ready to accept love. Your hearts are open. Your intuition is now on point and you are very much in the vibration of manifesting new love here. King of Pentacles coming through with the Ace of Swords. You have 3 aces in this reading. We also have the Moon card. So something here is about to be exposed through the arrows of love. I feel like your person, 10:10 on the clock, I feel like your person is about to open up to you here because we have the Ace of Swords. We also have the King of Pentacles. Now, if you are dealing with a Virgo or a Taurus, you need to watch both of those readings, cross-watch them, because I feel like the story is running through all of the earth signs today. There is some sort of truth being offered here, and we see the Ace of Wands and the Ace of Cups coming through. There are 3 aces in this reading here. This person is ready to offer you something so fantastic here and something so beautiful, but they are also ready to expose a truth here with the Moon card. This communication looks like it's coming in very rapidly here. So I would say with the 8 of Wands, we're looking at the next 8 days to 8 weeks, but it's coming through very, very quickly. And this person opening up this energy here of expressing how they feel to you. This person sees themselves as your partner already. They already see you together. They have done the work. They realize they have a soul contract with you. They knew before that they couldn't take that cup because you weren't ready, they weren't ready. But both of you are now ready to accept this beautiful love. All right, let's have a look at the Oracle card for you, Taurus. What a beautiful reading. The readings have been stunning this morning through the earth signs. All of them really showing beautiful energies, aces, cups, beautiful love energies coming through. I feel like things are really starting to change here with this 4 of Cups. And sometimes I get very new energies through. And I feel like here it's sort of, you know, this is the card of boredom and ennui, but I don't feel like that. I feel like we're looking at the cups we've had before and we know what we want this time. We know that the cup that's sitting up there is the Ace of Cups. And we want to make sure that that is the love we are receiving and giving. This is reciprocal energy. And I feel like you're understanding that with this 3 of Pentacles. You've been through some great changes here with this Strength card. Great changes. And I feel like the King and the Queen of Cups coming through is a really beautiful energy here. Okay, the Gatherer and Pachamama. This is a very different card to get for this reading, so I'm not really sure why this particular one is coming through, but I'm going to have a look at it anyway. I always feel Spirit brings me some messages through the cards regardless. Pachamama represents the unconditional love that the earth has for all her children, including the stones, the plants, the animals and humans. She is the goddess of earth, also known as Gaia, who pervades all creation in our planet. Thanks to Pachamama, our timeless soul can experience life in a biological body. The joy and pain we taste during our brief time on earth are invitations to discover the boundless love of Pachamama. So this is about you embracing yourself. It's about you understanding that you're a child of the earth. And I feel this is what you've been doing with this work. You may have done a lot of work to find your way back to yourself here. But I think it's really interesting that you have the Gatherer coming through too, which is the card of 21. I feel like this is just a stunning card. Before we cultivated grains, we collected the wild bounty of nature. The Gatherer finds abundant seeds, nuts, berries and wild greens where the ordinary person sees only barren soil. The Gatherer is the provider, the forager and the gardener who collects roots and vegetables for the long winter when game is scarce. She does not hoard, trusting the bounty around her. Look at the resources you already have close at hand. This is a time of abundance. Everything around you is ripe and ready for harvest. Banish the notions of scarcity that have limited your choices and coloured your destiny. Pack your food for the winter and start with the low-hanging fruit that is all around you. I feel like really this is the energy I'm getting through with this card this morning. I feel like it's time for you to reap the rewards. It's like you've put in a lot of effort understanding who you are and where you've come from. And now you're in that place to manifest the love you deserve. But you're doing it from a place of self-love. And I feel like the person you're working with is doing exactly the same thing. You are both coming from this beautiful place where you want to enjoy the fruits of your labours. Beautiful energy coming through. Thanks, Taurus.